Well, it's better than not having a Monkey King bar. Or is it? I genuinely don't know. Yeah, I think it's better to actually see it. I would prefer to see that and then not have anything on it than to not see anything for an entire year or two. 7. True. Oversized fruit fly, that sounds accurate. Well, whatever it is, it's got to be explosive. Because it sits all over you. Creeper-shaped fruits from the jungle. Yeah, if you didn't hear what I said earlier, I got a message from the same number they sent to me while I was at the store the other day. And I got the message saying, your package has arrived. I'm like, oh boy, my new phone's there. I get there, I walk in, the guys at the counter are like, what the hell are you doing here? We don't have a phone for you yet. And I was like, well, I received this message saying the phone was delivered, so I came just to check it and see if it was done. And they're like, we don't know nothing about this. So, no, it was not delivered. Or rather, it was delivered, but they did not receive it. It was just a very awkward conversation. I walk in, and they're like, we got nothing for you, buddy. We don't know what you're doing here again. I was like, oh, okay then. Good day, sirs. Yeah, my day started out nice. I actually woke up naturally at about 10:30. Instead of snoozing an alarm from noon till 2 or something like that. Hopefully that keeps going. Yeah, I actually went to bed at like, laid in bed around 10:30 p.m. I didn't really fall asleep until like 4 in the morning, though. Yeah. Yeah, I have this little scab on my scalp, and I was just like picking at it for 5 hours. At some point, I'm like, why am I picking at this? This is supposed to be healing. I've had the scab for like 3-4 years. The doctor said nothing's wrong with it, but it's not gonna heal if I don't stop. It is what it is. Yeah, I've decided today, after taking care of my yard work and not damaging my hand, but definitely exerted myself a little too much. So if I pick anything up with my right hand and hold it at chest level or down to waist level, my hand is violently shaking. Well, slightly shaking, not violently. My hand is shaking without any control. It's only my right hand, so... Oh. Yes, it is. I don't know why it's shaking. I don't like it that it's shaking. I mean, that just tells me I'm fairly out of shape, and the motion I was doing for about an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half, definitely wasn't what my body was ready to do. But I took care of the thorn bush, the razor bush. Because God almighty, I just I cut into those things and I tried to grab it. Luckily, I was wearing gloves, like thick gloves, but they still poked through the gloves, and I'm like, ah, that actually stings a little bit. And now I just have a bunch of thorns just sitting in my yard, just looking for the garden bed a little bit, and I gotta figure out something to do with them. I don't know how to dispose of them properly. I don't know is the problem. Like, it's so big and overgrown, I can't tell what it is. All I know is, like, the vines and the branches are incredibly thorny, and they're thick-ass thorns. They hurt. There were flower buds, but nothing blooming from it. I think there were two different types of bushes. One of them had, like, purple buds, and the other one, I couldn't really tell what color they were. They were buried deep in the thing. I think they were white-ish. Yep, I figured. All I know is I cut the branches and shit all the way down to the roots, and everything that wasn't like tops, everything that wasn't on top of the plant was just straight dead, just straight dead branches, dead leaves from the last couple falls that I've never cleaned up. So that was just regrowing undead stuff. I definitely gotta seek help for doing the thing I want to do with that. I gotta pull out all the plants, get the roots out, cut the grass, and like dig it out a bit so I can just bed it down with some kind of stuff that plants won't go through, and then just rock it all down. Maybe brick it, I don't know. Because I don't want plants there. I don't want to do it, so I don't have to maintain it, but I'd like to keep that area specifically to use for the house in case I ever have to sell this place. Than the other day where we got nothing. Dang. Yeah, that's an improvement from the other day. I'm making a warm-up run through V-Hard. And it's ludicrous. Yeah. If I wasn't ludicrous, I'd be an ultimate, and I wouldn't physically be able to damage anything. Yes. Sure. Please. making a run through V hard to see how many materials I can pick up. So far, 2 HP, that's in my defense. Not bad. Yeah, 13 star, because it's a V1 end game item. Death mat again. Death mat material. I'll take every death mat I can get so I don't instantly die. Still means something if you don't have all the materials. Just, yeah, once you get all the materials, you don't need anything. Yep. Basically. Bazooka is devils. Still doesn't count the same. Found your perfect seed. Hard to tell if the boxes actually didn't drop something or my draw distance is God legs. I'm not using for anything, but it's on God legs. God legs minus. Yeah, I've never seen God legs in B3, so I do need to find those. Oh wait, I want to be checking every flowing sword I get my hands on, in case it has like 60 hit. Just because I'm going to need a flowing sword with a ton of hit to be able to steal TP back from ultimate difficulty enemies. Something like that. I stole 30 health from Bull Claw, that has 1 health. Unless they don't have 1 health and I just one-shot them regardless of the amount of damage I do. 10 hit for Zordions. That's what I wanted. You're so close. Right there. Justice! That's my second mecha I've ever seen. Okay, 25% dark. I gotta get to level 101. I found a guard wave the last time I played. If I really wanted to bust my ass and actually get to 101, I need to just do V-Hard for the next 5 years. The ludicrous difficulty enemies are slightly increased experience, so it would be more efficient to get XP from them, although it's much more efficient right now because I can't deal with them, is the problem. I just hit level 86, so I need 46,000 XP at the next level. Yeah. Can't imagine they would change it between GameCube and Dreamcast. Even though they changed everything else. Power material, don't mind if I do. Tough recovery item. Restores 70 HP. More effective in ultimate difficulty. Why is that the description of non-life? But you've seen Mr. 30 plenty of times. You saw Deep End 30 the other day. feel a little bit of a sting on my lower back from bending forward way longer than I should have. The hardest part about cutting through my bushes was like getting all the metal flowers out. My mom decided to decorate my garden without my knowledge apparently, and left a ton of fucking metal flowers just buried underneath the bushes. To be fair, she probably put them in front of the bushes, and the bushes probably just grew over them. But still, I didn't ask her to put those there. If I had like a weed whacker or a bush trimmer, I would have hit them and probably ruined the frickin' device. Yeah, full metal, I would have hit them and it would have been like ding, 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 ding. Nice. The sorcerer and the bringer that are supposed to give me units gave me green items. I don't need monomates. Come on, game. Oh yeah, I'll take more god powers. God powers, god minds. Still looking for a god battle. Or a devil battle, I'll take either at this point. And the best place for me to get them is Ruins 3. I should theoretically be able to find them in Ultimate Forest as well, but I have not had any luck whatsoever. Oh yeah, I've learned that if you have your invuln from a mag and you do your photon attack, you lose your invulnerability for a frame, or for a couple of seconds after the photon attack finishes. You're vulnerable even if there's a little sparkle. Which makes no fucking sense why they remove your invulnerability for the duration of the photon attack. Yeah, but here's the kicker. If you don't have invulnerability, it doesn't... You can't get hit. So, like, the fuck? Double invuln. Yeah, cancel it. Cancel culture. Another mind. Cancel culture strikes again. Yes, it's true, Vera. Cancel culture strikes again. Every mind material is 2 TP. And yeah, every 10 mind material is 1 point of damage. If I can get at least 3 slots. Did I say Divinity Burial with 1 frame? 1 slot. God, this chair is super comfortable. I wish I had a nice, big-ass, comfy chair I could sit in while doing this. Or maybe I can just sit on my couch. Maybe I can move my TV down and just lay on my bed. An hour of yard work after a lifetime of farming, and a longer lifetime of not doing any of that again. Definitely killing me. Or maybe it's the fact I'm out of shape. I don't know. I can't tell. One of those two things. Okay, try and move this TV down. Plug everything, is it? No, it's not. Cool. I'm gonna sit down here, and I don't know if anyone on stream is gonna be able to hear me now. Oh, that's much more comfortable. Oh, I can read chat as long as I have my glasses on. And just for the Dreamcast. I mean, I want to get a standing desk that I can raise and lower at will, and then just get a computer chair. I don't really have a good space for that. I don't have a good space in here for this. A computer chair wouldn't fit very well. Wouldn't the god power? Perfect. Thank you, Ogre Power Power Plus Plus. But you've just been replaced by double your damage. Going from 24 to plus 50. In a single item. Actually, should I keep the Ogre Power Plus Plus? What was the question? They are. They don't really matter much in Dreamcast, though, since you can just unit everything. Or not unit, you can just material everything away. The weird thing, though, is, like, Dreamcast has more utility units than GameCube does. Theoretically. Like, they both have God Battle, which is very nice to get. But, like, the Dreamcast has a trap search, a unit that allows you to look for traps. That'd be nice on GameCube once you max everything out and just have up the slots. The state maintenance that was broken up into every cure unit, I think that should still exist in GameCube, but it, like, should be incredibly difficult to get.
Yeah.
Like,
be interesting. Yeah, have like weird quest line where like you talk to a bunch of NPCs and they check to see if you have it in there and open a door. And then if you can get all the way through it, like basically handing in your Pokemon badges to get to Victory Road.
I mean, I think it'd just be fair. Yeah, it'd be fair enough just to have some kind of questline thing like that, but you have to have all the cure units on you. Yeah. And if you have all the cure units on you, it's already hard enough to get all because you have to make multiple color IDs to get every single one, or at least to efficiently get every single one.
It's only useful. Well, its only big use is to protect against two things. Almost no area is going to consistently inflict more than two things on you. But even then, it saves a full slot.
Yeah, I mean, in Dreamcast, there's an entire armor or a shield dedicated to even just using the thing, so you don't even need to take up a slot on it. You just get a Sacred Guard, and then boom, state maintenance. I understand why they reduced it a bit, but they made it, what, Cure Paralysis in GameCube? And they also still made it weak as fuck. Cure Paralysis is not worth losing 300 defense, honestly.
Okay, there's the Dragon Slayer. Is this going to be the one? Is it going to be the one that gives me everything I want? Okay. I don't know anymore. I just got to fucking... Okay, Photon Drop by the Mare Carol. Dragon Slayer from Deldy. Or Deldy. From Delily. Now I just need a Soul Banish and a Birdish to drop, and then the godlike thing of a Guilty Light dropping would be insane. I've already been Photon dropped by a what's it? Recon box, which is the rarest thing they can drop. I guess outside of a level 30 tag.
I keep trying to go feed my mag. I don't need to feed my mag. But just like Guardian Armor. There we go. So I trying to... Oh, that works. Ooh, another comment. Nice. Dude, my stats are pretty friggin' healthy right now. With all the materials I've been finding. Somehow I have more attack depth power than the other Humar I have. I wonder if the enhancement pack just has better drop rates for PAL mats or something. I don't know how many I've used. I fell for the Guam. Overpower plus. Too bad I don't need you anymore. General TP, Night Power. Night Power.
Night power. And there's no rare mags in like Rati and stuff on there.
No, yeah, the only rare mags you're gonna have are the mag cell mags.
Yeah.
Mag cells just drop like a normal item at a really rare rate. So Suniti is like your go-to best in-slot mag, which is why everyone's sick of it. Because it maintains its good graces from Dreamcast to GameCube, but it's not the best anymore.
It's so weird seeing you cast Shifted E-Man.
Jealous?
Yes. Justice for Humors.
Justice for Humors! Shifter for Humors! Have the slots to maintain. Ooh, another beef mat. Another defense mat. Definitely care about. Defense is terrible.
Just doesn't do anything, really anything in V2.
No, I don't have enough of it to take out Ludicrous safely. I would love more defense. But that's why I need to get 101. I need to use my guard wave. Because that defense increase is actually massive, plus 100 defense compared to my current armor. And I found one with 3 slots, so almost the 1% chance of getting 4 slots. Almost.
Barsta.
Piece of poop, why not a god battle? Throwing sword around is 45 native. Not bad. Not quite enough, but not bad. Oh. Can't get to a comfortable position to need to plug the bed in and raise it up. Ugh.
Hey.
Ooh, another HP mats. 3 HP mats. 3 tree mats, 3 death mats, 2 pow mats, 1 mind mat. Who cleared those ruins?
Ugh.
What is the pow mat? Don't mind if I do. What's the mod? The enhancement pack. That's what the mod is called. It's called the enhancement pack. What it does is enhance the pack. Makes the game enhanced. Okay, fine. Let's sit down here. The enhancement pack is just a version 2 Dreamcast mod pack for the Dreamcast. If I haven't said that already. For version 2 of the Dreamcast. It increases the difficulty of ultimate difficulty from a normal ultimate to a ludicrous ultimate. Which, the intention of the pack is to already have a character in ultimate with decent weapons and stuff, just to make the game more replayable. I've decided to make a level 1 character and see if I can challenge it without replaying it. But item drops are a little bit more rebalanced. The enemies' resistances are changed, as well as the rest of their stats to make them harder. And some weapons are updated to make them more usable. Like this chainsaw I have in my hand. I can actually use it in ultimate difficulty rather than it being just a wet noodle compared to actual ultimate ready weapons in V2. Ooh, another luck mat. Oh, that's my 25th one? Or not my 25th. That puts me up to 50 luck. Let's go. Only luck mats in tow. Yeah, currently I'm playing on very hard difficulty because I want to get some more materials to actually handle the increased difficulty. Because it's very hard to hit things as I am currently. But I'll go into ultimate after I clear this. I'll show it off. I'll go into this fight with full photon, so just let this guy beat on me for a bit. I should have waited to check these boxes before I got hit last. Whoops. looks like a good. Yeah, it's not better, unfortunately. 2 evasion moves. Escapes on me, so I have to mag to revive me, or Ryuker! Oh, I should have gone back and gotten my back guns. Whoops. Oh, I carried a village still here, it's fine. Fuck. I did twins right in front of the pillar before Dark Falls, and on the minimap there was an enemy that appeared, but I hadn't triggered the fight yet. What the fuck was the dot here for?
Oh, that's weird.
Is there an enemy I can hit with a photon attack here for a brief moment?
Is that an Easter egg?
What the fuck was that? I don't know. Maybe Ives can tell me. Maybe it's just left out of data. Maybe the game thought I was triggering the fight with a photon attack and it just spawned the Darvid dot for some reason.
Where was the dot is the question.
I walked over to where I saw it, but I can't tell you exactly where I saw it though.
Is it near the
On the
graves?
map, that's where the dot was.
Was it near the graves?
Yeah, by the graves.
I don't know. Maybe? Actually, I could go. Nah, I don't think it's hard to get very. I'm falling asleep, damn it.
You have so much to stay awake for.
It's 30 more fucking minutes. I want to give this seat a force. It's on a day I can't fucking play for longer than 2 hours.
Bro, he went for DP straight into Robarda. Like there was DP and then a Robarda almost the frame after. Like no chance between. If I didn't have iframes, I was dead. That's crazy. Becomes vulnerable, just fucking too far away. Then when I start running, it moves away. Oh, you bitch! Magres? Bruh. It stole my soul, and the first possible frame I could have killed myself, I crit. That's not cool, game. That shouldn't have counted as a vulnerable state. Fuck you.
There's a risk you're willing to take there. Yeah, I guess it's a little more dangerous in B2 with how much damage you can do.
Very much so. Right, I don't want to show too many grinders in my bank because you can only hold fucking 60 items. Why is it 60?
Obviously, they thought that was a problem, so they fixed it. Well,
Yeah, now it's 200, and it's still a problem. That's why they have fucking purchasable bank space in PSU. They don't sell any candy. Guardian armor with 3 slots? Ooh, that's plus 4 defense. No, that's 4 slots across there. Fuck you. Alright, I don't need to steal dolls. Just put them up. No longer get mad when... Oh, I forgot to grab the mech guns. Fuck it. Kipor 2, hello! How's it going? I'm clearing it off camera right now, and away from the microphone, so I sound like I'm yelling. Because I am.
You're still on camera.
Am I?
Well, you
I'm off
and
to
you
the
are.
side.
You and you are still on camera, yes.
Yes, I am still on camera. There I am.
Yeah, you're at the bottom right of your display.
I can't see what my display looks like because I had your stream open. Got the false teleporter. Lets you start the teleport as soon as you touch it. As soon as your toes tip you touch it. Oh, goodness. I was like, I can't see my money anywhere on the stage. It's stored directly in my Inferno Bazooka.
Why do you have so much money on you?
Because my bank is full.
What do you need all that money for?
I don't.
Reserve for charging? Is charge?
Charge exists.
Okay.
It's just very hard to want to use it since normal rare weapons are better.
Yeah.
And none of them have charge.
Yeah.
So unless you find a 60... Oh, God, that's gonna kill me. Yeah, unless you find a 60 hit Vulcan with charge and a decent amount of percent, you're just better off doing physical attacks based on attack power from the weapon you find. Since the meta for version 2 is way different than GameCube. Need a lot of money so it feels nice and Masetta drops won't bother you. Yeah, so when you die you drop your Masetta so you can pick up more. You spend it for your life.
Yeah, at least you drop it in this game, I guess.
That's why I have these buys in my bank.
It's so baffling to me that they even thought that it would be cool to have characters. You drop your goddamn weapon after death.
Isn't that something that happened in Diablo when you died? You drop shit? I don't even know. I never played Diablo 1.
Wait, what?
In Diablo 1, do you drop shit when you die? I don't know.
I don't know about one. May depend on what difficulty you choose. I'm not sure if they have difficulty settings there.
Gotta say, some kind of difficulty setting. I don't know though. I never played original and I've watched a lot about it, but I don't know most of it. You dare try to strike me twice? Face is not the place, Falls.
Is D1 multiplayer? I don't think that. Like, I know D2 is, but. Yeah.
Slightly further away from me. You think you can get away from me, Falls? Get back in.
The only thing Falls could do to kill Carl last time was have Carl deal damage to himself.
Yeah. And it's dead this time before he even goes up. Yeah, Dreamcast, you just do a ton of damage because of percents and just how weapon damage scales in this game. It's just like, the scaling in this game is insane. Falls gives me 5,000 experience. I thought we would give it a little more than that, but okay, thanks, game. Oh, I wasn't doing this. My shifter were off in the middle of that fight. That was the last boss of very hard difficulty. This is one more difficulty to go. You know, the worst part about that fight is I would be doing, if I had these stats on the other character, I'd do the exact same amount of damage, because nothing's changed about the Vise. I just have 20% Dark Vise, so 20% of my total damage was added to that. So my Zerk was critting for over 1,000 damage per hit. Alright. Come on, let's watch these credits. I'm gonna go. Oh, stretch and walk. Oh. I wasn't shaking the turn back.
I don't think I've ever struggled to stay awake so bad in such a short amount of time.
Only thing about this bed that's not comfortable to sit on is the end of the bed has a bar to prevent the mattress from slipping forward. I hate it, but I have to deal with it. Woo! Last boss! We beat Dark Falls! Yeah.
Do it again.
Alright. Yeah, I can either go back into very hard and go fight Dark Falls again, or I can go to Ultimate Difficulty and struggle in the forest.
Do it in Ultimate, yeah. Kill Falls in Ultimate.
That's the ultimate goal. Have you got a red handgun? Yeah. I've only been trying for how long? I found 3 chainsaws, and the enhancement package should be roughly the same drop rate for both of those items, right? The chainsaw and enhancement pack should be a 1 in 53, and I found 3 of them in a single run within like 2 rooms of each other. The vanilla drop rate for chainsaws, however, is a 1 in 16. Is that a level 30 tech?
It was rested.
Oh. That's still level 30.
Yeah,
Red handgun's the same on half packet, you can check. Yeah, someone told me already, I already forgot it. Blast, it might have been you already. I genuinely don't care, though. I'll get it when I get it. The game just doesn't like me. I'm feeling a little hungry. It's been around noon. I'm gonna go make a sandwich quick.
4 more roams.
Photon drop! Oh, cheese. Yeah, so some cheese. That's really nice. Colby Jack. It does feel good to be done with the things I set out to do this 2 weeks I had off, and I still have another week to go before I start my job. I'm not done with all the plants yet, but I got around to actually going outside in the stupid fucking 85-degree weather. With the sun beating down on me. Cutting those bushes up.
Did you stretch?
Did what now?
Did you stretch?
Yes, I stretched when I woke up.
Cool. Well, I guess if you want exclusive Carl content, I don't know if they can hear you on your stream. They can hear you on
They
mine.
cannot right now. I'm in the kitchen and I'm not near my bike.
They can hear you on mine.
Like, only they can hear you, Summer.
Exclusive Carl content only found on my stream. $5 a month.
Become a member now!
Carl's League. Alright, damn. Fucking hit me and it hit so damn hard I couldn't hit it back.
Yeah, joke's ruined. Joke's just ruined. I was going to start talking to you like I was in the middle of a conversation when I walked into the stream. I forgot to unmute so you couldn't play along. I ruined it. Soiled it! Alright. Alright. Let's get this back on the table. Back on the table. Leave the table.
Yeah, it's getting harder. Stay awake. Three more runs after this.
Could you get up and walk around for like a minute, take a small break?
I don't have time.
You just don't have to admit it.
I'm actually at a deficit. I will be going a little bit over trying to get these 3 runs in. So. I'll stand, I guess, for a second. That's all I do. Like the
Yeah,
angle.
the problem with standing is once you start falling asleep there, then it's a problem.
Then you can't sit back down. Wiggle the legs.
Stop. Reach up. Praise the sun! Oh, good stretch. Alright, so I remember that 1,000 damage I was dealing to Dark Falls and V Hard?
It's gonna be like, what, 80? 120?
With the same weapon I used against Dark Falls, I will hit for exactly 12 damage with a heavy attack.
Fuck. That defense is ludicrous.
Yeah, but if I switch to the Stag Cutlery, which actually has a little bit of native percent, I go from 170 to about 220 for heavies. And they have about 6,000 health. No, sorry, 3,000 health. I hit for 1,500 with a demon, or for devils, for 50% health. And then Dreamcast, it's nice because there's no effect, it actually just shows the numbers. I wish they maintained the numbers in GameCube while also adding that effect, rather than just showing the effect. There's genuinely no reason not to show the player the numbers. My hope is that I can find something with higher native percent from the forest, like another Inferno Bazooka or another Stag Cutlery. Or if I get to the caves, a chainsaw with native percent, which is what I was looking for initially.
The problem, well, good thing about being in forest is that your odds of getting forest or native is high. But the problem in caves is that I'm pretty sure it drops off, and machine and dark is more likely.
Oh yeah, I have a machine, a dark, and an A-beast chainsaw. The only thing I don't have is a fucking native one.
If it follows
and all of them, their percents are kind of trash, 20 or less.
If it follows the same pattern as V3 does, I'm not sure. But it's usually, it is the area in the next two areas you would be going to. And episode 2 throws that all out of whack.
Recoloring text for next would have been cool. Yeah, get that like purple damage, that purple icon damage color to the numbers as well as have the icon, just so it's very hard to read, so players have to struggle to figure it out for strategy and whatnot. But genuinely, one of the one of the extra replay codes or cheat codes that I've had and I really like to use, and if I've server didn't fucking not ban me for it, they technically does ban me because it detects cheating. If I was allowed to use those codes, or if Ives could just mod them into a mod pack, into a patch, I would totally put it on. But I love seeing the damage numbers on V3. That was one of the codes I used. No reason to not see them, honestly.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for Gibbles, because he eats the entire texture up half the time if he's standing normally. It's hard to tell when you actually get a hit.
Yeah, once I get to 100 too, I want to have a lot more defense, but also that guard wave that I found is going to knock off a ton more damage. I'd be getting hit for half health rather than three-quarters. Two-thirds? Oh,
You're still in the first room.
Yeah, this room is the correct way, but I'm going for full clear. Because the more things I kill, the better chance I have. If I really wanted to optimize for red handgun, I should be only going for the things that can give red handgun. Which is the Bartle. I forget what Bartle is. But I also need the XP, so this doesn't help me none. So every hit gets me slightly closer to invuln. You know, they added the Demon's effects, but they removed the insta-kill effect. I don't understand that. Now, Demons in Hell had a really cool effect. I don't really think I've ever seen it on Dreamcast, because I don't think I've had a Hell weapon on Dreamcast. And I don't think I've ever really cast Meg at anything.
What does it look like? I guess, yeah, V3 is just a weird purple cloud. Describe it, Blast. Describe it to us.
I imagine it looks similar to what the Delbiter has circling around him when he gets full health.
I mean, it already kind of has that. It's just really small.
Okay, Ruggies have less defense. You can actually maximize my DPS by using Gush third attack. I feel like a cast in V3. My biggest damage is stealing health with Gush.
I have 2 more runs to go.
2 more runs?
2 more runs.
That's 2 more. Alright, let's get that checked out.
I have a lot more of those to go.
Oh god. They hit me. My shift up every time I go in for an attack, my shift up like ends up wearing out at the worst possible time. Mid combo. Get the first hit, followed by instantly getting smacked. It's the same particle as the Del Saber shields have, the purple one on the GameCube, used to show the combos active. Oh, that's what it is.
Okay. So yeah, they just changed it to being a weird purple cloud that goes around the enemy. But yeah, I guess there's the little orb.
I didn't see this Rappy at the wall. You know, I was like, I see 2 Rappies, I don't see a third one.
Ah!
Third one's literally like
I don't think that Ratty would be in the wall in V3. It's weird.
Yeah, they definitely defined the boundaries in V3 a little bit better. especially like in Ruins 3, the final room before the Dirt Falls. Everything can just kind of travel through there in Dreamcast.
Yeah.
If not most stuff being half inside walls. There's still a couple of spots you can be half in the wall. I want these guys to crowd around me. I want the rats with me. Oh, Jesus, guys. You son of a... Ew. D-band 16. Show me attack of one level higher than what I can use. Jerks.
What do you have right now?
14. Max is 15. I don't need more annoyed if it was a shift up. So it's shift up 13. Oh, my D-band is 15 on this guy. Never mind. D-band is already 15. Guess alright. Okay, now. Shift up. Or Jill and Orson, because neither of those are maxed out. I still wish that on GameCube and Dreamcast, and just PSO in general, same thing they did in PSP 2i. You can use the higher level tech stuff, but you can only use up to the maximum level your class can use. So if you somehow got the MST requirement to be able to use 16, you should still be able to use the disc, but just like, not use the technique at that level.
Oh.
So you could learn 15 shifta from a 16 shifta. Of course, there would be limitations with that, with how high the caps of the TPs are, for sure. Which I think would still be fine. I don't think that would break the game. Honest. Okay, I gotta wait for everything to spawn so I can use Zap for death.
Last run.
Last run! Whoa! Let's stop.
I joined the box. Oh no. It's gonna hit me. Denied. Great. It would be better for me to run missions with a Kiwi, just to get techniques. Because rare shit can't drop. So I should be able to get more techniques, like more tools and shit from monsters, theoretically. I think it just skips over the drop. Oh, that's fucking stupid! Come on, Sega. You can't even let us cheese shit like that. Stupid drop system. What a terribly designed game. Why do we play this game?
Carl, what do you think has been running through my mind this whole month?
I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Apparently, things are supposed to drop out of certain enemies, and I have no proof of that other than you because you say so.
Fair.
There's no proof that a sealed J sword actually exists.
Needs to play better, get modern games like gacha games instead. Fuck you. Fuck gacha. There's one of those. There. Just skip away. Event shit, don't kill him. Story. It's for more and more. Genuinely dropping shit from hard difficulty. I don't understand.
Welcome to Ultimate, where we kick your ass and give you nickels as a reward.
Seriously. I think they're pennies instead of nickels at this point.
Alright, I lied. We'll be bad and do another one.
Falling asleep, I can't stay awake anymore. Let's do another run. Sounds just like me.
No, I stood up. That stand up actually did help a bit, so I'm not falling asleep anymore, but
Good. Glad it helped.
alright. You go, I'm giving you one last chance. I won't forgive you if you don't do it this time. My patience has finally run thin. At the 20 million XP mark, I guess.
Do the other servers have a patch where you can play and do your MA 2v2 resets? And actually get some drops on Spaceship? Oh, did I find another stag? I did find another stag. And it's fucking useless. Goddamn, it's got no special. Got no percent.
I don't think it's supposed to not drop anything. I've never heard that it's not supposed to. Not that I've heard of. It's just a weird quest to do for a lot of characters over and over again. Because I know I got some. I'm pretty sure I've gotten something from that quest specifically in the VR Temple part.
I have not done that quest enough to know about anything about it. I don't know if I've done that quest at all.
You, what was it?
Probably joined you for once or twice.
That's the one you would do Indie Builders for, if you want something from that. And it's also one that you would do Hill Delts for, because that's where you get like 8 or 10 of them in a row in one of the rooms. They just keep spawning. But yeah, I don't know of anything that says that turns off the drops. So long as you
bug spaceship map fix.
Yeah, as long as you have the bug fixes patch, you should. I don't know. You should be fine in the spaceship part. 'Cause I don't know where that takes you through. I don't know if it's one of the bad areas or something and just has bad drops. But
But again, you can't get the patch.
is there a way to get patches through your memory card? I mean,
there are server patches that can be applied, but I'm trying to think, do the server patches apply the bug fix to the spaceship drops?
I'm pretty sure
have it yet.
I'm pretty sure the general bug fix patch is there.
The other servers have it. I know Silver has a couple patches that apply. I don't remember what the patches are exactly though, since the patches that I would apply for I already have on my game. If you go to Silver and get the patches, if you go to change your server to shit hack, isn't it going to get rid of the patches again because it's going to reset the game? I'm trying to recall how that works.
Yeah, you can get back to main menu and still have the patches.
I mean, back to main menu, yes, but if you're on GameCube and you change server, like you go to network settings, it should take the patches off.
Well, I don't know, because then it takes you all the way back to the beginning of the Sonic Team stuff, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know, and I've been on shit hack plenty of times with the patches. We switch over to Silver, and I no longer have like the health patch and the ship review patch. You know, if you want to stay on GameCube, I mean, you could always just rewrite the file to your disk. Just get a disk drive reader for your PC and a disk burner, and then just pull the files off the disk, patch them, and then rewrite it to the disk.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I'm speaking out my ass at this point. I have no clue. I don't know how to help you, and I want to try.
Sounds like a lot of work and a lot of shit that people have not dug up in a long time. Yeah, that's the thing, is like we don't know if switching servers take. Yeah, well, like Carl said, like just specifically, he has seen it happen where but the patches don't stay if you go all the way back to the the Sonic Team logo stuff. I guess it technically goes.
If you like power off the console, or go to network settings where it'll do a recycle for the game. It'll relaunch the game essentially after you save your patches, or after you change your server. I don't know anything else about that though.
Alright. That's me.